Can studying be as interesting as watching a movie? The good news is, with Isaac Kids, it can be indeed. So, are you excited? Subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon, and the magic would begin. Shall we? Mindful eating. Our next topic is what are the components of food? Ria is a marathon runner. She drinks glucose water during and after the race. Why does she do that? Do you know? Well, she does that because glucose provides instant energy. That's nice, but does that make you think why does glucose provide instant energy? This forms the basis of our next question. What type of food is glucose? Let me give you four options. Is it protein, fat, carbohydrate, or vitamin? Well, it most certainly is a carbohydrate. Let's know some more about carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are one of the primary sources of energy in our diet. Cereals like wheat, rice, maize, and vegetables like potato, sweet potato, and fruits like banana, pineapple, and mango are some of the sources of carbohydrates. Understood? Now, quickly, name any two cereals, two vegetables, and two fruits that are good sources of carbohydrates. Pause the video, think, and write in the comment section. Let me give you a tip. Keep paying attention to the pictures and videos throughout this. This would help you retain better. As they say, a picture speaks louder than 1,000 words, right? Okay, done. Let's go. Common sugar is also a type of carbohydrate. Is this true or false? What do you think? Of course, it is true. Sugars, also known as simple carbohydrates, are a type of carbohydrate. They are the most basic form of carbohydrates and include both naturally occurring sugars like those in fruits and milk and added sugars like those in candy and processed foods. Understood? So, should we have more of these or should we have these in moderation? Tell me. You guessed it, right? We should have this in moderation. Okay, next is carbohydrates has another friend that also provides us energy for performing various activities. Do you know what that is? It is fats. You knew that, didn't you? And that is why they are together called energy giving foods. Understood? Now tell me this. The given foods are a source of what? Carbohydrates or fats? Think. Yes, right. Fats. How about these foods? These are a good source of carbohydrates. That's right. Okay, now do you know whether fats are sourced from plants or animals? Well, it can be either of them. Nuts such as groundnuts, walnuts, coconuts, and almonds, and seeds such as pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds are some sources of fat. And they are sourced from where? Plants or animals? Come on, comment below and tell me. Now tell me, if we say fat is a source of stored energy, would it be true or false? Most definitely it is true. Fats serve as the body's primary long-term energy storage, holding more than twice the energy per gram compared to carbohydrates and proteins. When the body needs energy, it breaks down these stored fats to release the energy. Our body is miraculous, isn't it? Now, Does your mom or grandmom make laddus in winter? They are a part of our traditional diet in winters. Let's understand why so. For that, let's first see what are the main ingredients of laddus. Besan of wheat flour, ghee, goond, which is an edible gum. You can see it here in the picture if you haven't seen it before. Nuts and seeds. Laddus rich in ghee and nuts provide energy to keep us warm. That is why they are made in winters. Do you like laddus? My favorite are besan laddus. What about you? Carbohydrates and fats provide us energy for performing various activities. Therefore, they are called, yes, you got it. They are called energy giving foods. Let me tell you an interesting fact. Polar bears accumulate a lot of fat under their skin. This fat serves as an energy source. It supports them during their months long winter sleep, enabling them to survive without eating. Now, there's a question hidden here. What is winter sleep called? I know you know that. It is called hibernation. Okay. So, till now we talked about the energy giving foods, that is, carbohydrates and fats. Let's now talk about our next food component, which is proteins. They are a very important part of our food. Do you know protein rich foods help our body grow? Right? Oh, I gave you the answer. So, how do protein rich foods help us? They help us grow. So, kids like your age need a lot of protein, right? Now, proteins also help our body to. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Sports person need proteins in large quantities to build their muscles because it helps in the repair of our body. So, protein rich foods help us grow and to repair our body. These are therefore called body building foods. Carbohydrates and fats are called energy giving foods, and proteins are called body building foods. Liking it so far? Don't forget to click on the like button then. You did? Thank you. Shall we move ahead? Okay, tell me. We get proteins from plants or from animals? Of course, you know that. We get proteins from plants as well as animals. Some excellent plant sources of protein are pulses. Again, pay attention to pictures here for better retention. Beans, peas, and nuts. Now, animal sources of protein are milk, paneer, egg, fish, and meat. Got it? So, quickly tell me the examples given here are that of plant protein or animal protein? Yes, most definitely. These are all plant proteins, while these are examples of animal protein. You're doing good. Now, which of these food components are part of your daily diet? Comment below and let me know. Time for a riddle. Excited? Okay, here we go. What kind of room has no doors or windows? Come on, guess. Well, it is a mushroom. Now, why am I talking about mushroom here? You guessed it right, because edible mushrooms are good sources of proteins. I said edible mushrooms. Why? Because all mushrooms are not edible, some are poisonous as well. So, those that are edible are good sources of protein. Do you know that mushrooms grow mostly in dark and moist places? I'm sure you knew that. Okay, till now we have learned about carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Now, let us understand the importance of some other food components. First, let's talk about vitamins. Let's first tell me you a short story. In earlier times, during long voyages, sailors often suffered from bleeding and swollen gums. Did you have to face this thing ever? Okay. Now, during a voyage in 1746, Scottish physician James Lind observed that sailors who consumed lemons and oranges recovered from these symptoms. Now tell me, bleeding and swollen gums are symptoms of a disease called? Do you know? Well, it starts with S and ends in Y. Damn right, it is called scurvy. Scurvy is caused due to deficiency of vitamin. Do you know which one? Your hint lies in the foods that sailors consumed to get better, which is lemons and oranges. Can you answer this now? Yes, it is vitamin C. So we should eat citrus fruit so that our gums are healthy and happy. Ready for the next one? First, a small story again. In the 1960s, Indian scientists found that among the human population in the Himalayan region and the northern plains of India, symptoms of swelling at the front of the neck were prevalent. As per norms of the Government of India, an effort was made to supplement common salt with a mineral. Can you tell me which mineral was that? You must have read it over the salt packets at your home. It is iodine, which is used for preparing iodized salt. Iodized salt is simply common salt mixed with required quantities of salts of iodine. Consumption of iodized salt visibly reduced the above symptoms. These symptoms were due to a deficiency of iodine in the soil of this region, resulting in a lack of iodine in the local food and water supply. Now, swelling at the front of a neck that we just discussed is a symptom of a disease called what? It is called goiter. So, always go for iodized salt over other salts. Now, let me tell you an interesting fact. We all know what farming is, right? Do you know what salt farming is? Well, it is a traditional practice of a tribal community named Agarias. They practice salt farming in Little Run of Kutch and other parts of Gujarat. Little Run of Kutch is a part in Gujarat. For 8 months, they live in the extreme heat of the desert and work very hard to get salt from seawater. It is interesting to know this, right? So, next time you add salt to your food, think about people in Gujarat who are working hard to get it to your table. Let's get to our next topic now. Let's talk about vitamin A. It keeps eyes and skin healthy. So, you should have it without making any fuss, right? But what foods should we choose to get vitamin A? Well, some examples are yellow and orange colored foods like papaya, carrot, mango, and also milk. Now, what can happen to someone who is deficient in vitamin A? Unfortunately, this can lead to loss of vision. The symptoms include poor vision, night blindness, or sometimes complete loss of vision. Next is vitamin B1. Tell me something. What is the most important organ of our body? Of course, it is our heart. Now, vitamin B1 keeps our heart healthy. It also supports body to perform various functions. So we should not hesitate to include sources of vitamin B1 like legumes, nuts, whole grains, seeds, milk products, etc. What would happen if vitamin B1 is not taken in sufficient quantity? It can lead to a disease called beriberi. What are the symptoms of this disease? It can be swelling, tingling, or burning sensation in feet and hands, or even trouble in breathing. Next is vitamin C. During COVID times, we were all told to increase the intake of this vitamin. Do you know why? That's because it helps body to fight diseases. And what are some good sources of this vitamin? They are amla or gooseberry, guava, green chili, orange, lemon, etc. Its deficiency can lead to symptoms such as slow healing of wounds or bleeding gums. We talked about bleeding gums in sailors in ancient times, remember? So quickly tell me, what is it called? Comment below and let me know. Moving on to the next one. Vitamin D. This one's a hero and it helps you get stronger. You know how? Well, it helps body absorb calcium for bone and teeth health. How can we make sure to get it in plenty? Well, go out in the sun. Have milk, butter, fish, and eggs. Its deficiency can lead to a disease called rickets. As we know that vitamin D helps in strengthening our bones, the symptoms of its deficiency are soft and bent bones. We talked about the vitamins. Let's now talk about some minerals. But before that, it's time for our next question. Match the columns. Write your answers in the comments below. Next is, I would give you up to 3 hints and you have to identify the minerals. Ready? Hint 1. It keeps bones and teeth healthy. If you got it right, write question 33, hint 1 and answer in the comments below. However, if you want the next hint, here it is. It is found in milk, curd, cheese, paneer, etc. I'm sure you got it now. So write it. Question 33, hint 2, and your answer in the comments below. Those who still haven't guessed it, don't worry. I'm sure with the final hint you would. So here we go. Its deficiency leads to bone and tooth decay. You guessed it right. It is calcium. Ready for the next one? Its primary function is to help us perform various physical and mental activities well. Hint 2. It is found in seaweed, water chestnut, iodized salt, etc. And the final hint. Its deficiency can lead to a disease called goiter. We talked about it a while ago, remember? Yes, we are talking about the mineral called iodine. Let's do the last one now. I bet all of you know this one. It is an important component of our blood. It is found in green leafy vegetables, beetroot, pomegranate, etc. Its deficiency can lead to anemia, the symptoms of which are weakness, shortness of breath. You guessed it right, it is most definitely the mineral called iron. Next is, look at the food sources here and tell what vitamin are these rich in. Come on, you know that very well. These are rich in vitamin B1. Ready for the next picture? Which vitamin are these rich in? Damn right, vitamin A. This is an interesting one, right? Want more? Okay, here we go. How about this one? Yes, vitamin D it is. Last one. How about this one? That's right, vitamin C. How about this one? Vitamin? Tell me in the comments below. Hope you are enjoying the chapter. Then quickly press the like button and subscribe to the channel cause I would be bringing more similar stuff just for you. Wait, we are not done yet. We have learned that vitamins and minerals are two groups of food components that protect our body from various diseases. But how can we overcome vitamin and mineral deficiency diseases or disorders? We would see that shortly. First, tell me this: food components that provide energy, support growth, help repair and protect our body from diseases, and maintain various bodily functions are called nutrients, of course. The major nutrients in our food include what all? We just studied their types, right? So here we go: carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Now, out of these two, two of them are called protective foods. Which two? Comment below and let me know. Done? Now, do you know why they are called so? Well, that's because these nutrients protect our body from diseases and keep us healthy. They are required in small amounts, but they are very essential to keep our body healthy. Now, tell me something. Have you ever noticed that vegetables sometimes lose their bright color or become softer and less crisp when cooked? Some nutrients like vitamin C and others are lost during cooking due to high heat. So, we should include fruits and uncooked vegetables into our diet too. Of course, after washing them properly. Fruits and vegetables are rich in dietary fibers too. Dietary fibers, also known as roughage, do not provide any nutrients to our body. Then why are they important? Because they help our body get rid of undigested food and ensure smooth passage of stools. Green leafy vegetables, fresh fruits, whole grains, pulses, nuts, they are all good sources of roughage. Now let me give you a quick tip. Eating food that is locally grown and plant-based is good. Do it to the extent possible. Why is it good? Because it protects our environment and our planet and also keeps us healthy. Now, last but the most important one: water. It is also an essential part of our diet. It plays two major roles. It helps the body absorb nutrients from food and it removes waste from the body through sweat and urine. We should drink sufficient water regularly to keep ourselves healthy. Except for drinking water, we also get water from various foods. What are the food sources that provide water to our body? Do you know some? Okay, some of these are watermelon, cucumber, lettuce, celery. They are all particularly high in water content. Other foods like strawberries, oranges, spinach, and tomatoes also offer substantial hydration. Additionally, soups, broths, milk, and yogurt can also help you stay hydrated. So, which of these water rich foods is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Now, let's talk about someone very important in the field of nutrition: Kolothar Gopalan. He initiated nutrition research in India. He analyzed more than 500 Indian foods for their nutritional value and recommended an appropriate diet in the Indian context. He led surveys on the nutritional status of Indian population, identifying widespread deficiencies in protein, energy, and other food components. This led to the implementation of the midday meal program in 2002, now PM Poshan Initiative, to provide balanced food in the government run and government aided schools of our country. This scheme has played a role in improving the health and nutrition of millions of children nationwide. Isn't it wonderful? Well, now that you know the importance of a balanced meal, you should also eat a balanced meal regularly. Would you? Promise? Okay. So, last question from this part of the chapter. Milk is often considered a complete food because it contains a wide array of essential nutrients needed for human health. What all nutrients does it contain? Do you want me to list them for you? Okay, first prepare your own list and then we'll go together. After you have prepared it, you would realize how nutritious it is. So don't forget to have it at least 2 times a day. Would you do that? Great. So let's start. Milk contains protein. So, milk is a rich source of high quality protein, which is vital for building and repairing tissues, like we discussed, and supporting various bodily functions, right? Milk is also rich in carbohydrates. The lactose in milk provides a readily available source of energy. Fats. Milk contains fats which are important for energy storage and the absorption of fat soluble vitamins like vitamin A, D, E, and K. Vitamins. Milk has vitamin B12, riboflavin, vitamin D, all of which play crucial roles in metabolism, nerve function, and bone health. And lastly, minerals. Milk is packed with essential minerals like calcium, phosphorus, potassium, which are critical for bone health, muscle function, and overall metabolic processes. That's it. We would come back with more soon, that's my promise. If you haven't subscribed till now, do subscribe, hit the like button, comment below your feedback, any suggestions, and I would try to incorporate it for you. Bye bye for now. Have a good day.